Hello awesome second graders. Roxy Reader back again with another cool story.
Book Bunny here and ready to talk about the story we just read called Ants.
I really like this non-fiction story about ants. They really are fascinating.
I agree. I had no idea that ants were so interesting. Roxy Reader, what was your favorite amazing thing about ants?
I liked the parasol ants because they could carry their own umbrella. This would be great in the rain.
This is nature's equivalent to a small berserk lumberjack with a turbo-powered chainsaw. It's a leaf-cutter ant, and no leaf in the canopy is too big for its saw-toothed mandibles. It's not just leaves, of course. With their jaws vibrating 1,000 times per second, leaf-cutter ants will happily slice, dice, and julienne flowers as well. If it grows and can be carried back to the nest, it's fair game. And as you can see, size is no object to these micro-musclemen. Their job is to strip the tree and cart it back to the nest. And they do this with frightening efficiency. The path back to the nest becomes a veritable ant superhighway, and woe be any insect getting in the way of these infinitesimal beasts of burden. This forager crew takes all the foliage back to the nest, and then heads out for another payload. Once inside, caretaker ants turn the leaves into a garden of fungus, which becomes ant food.
What was your favorite part of this non-fiction story about ants, Book Bunny?
The thing that I found most interesting about ants is that they build ant hills by digging out their tunnels. Did you remember to think of questions that you could ask your classmates? Remember the strategy that once you understand something yourself, ask a question to see if a classmate knows the answer.
We have a few questions for you to discuss with us.
Do you ever see just one ant?
Well, usually you don't see just one ant because they always work together in a team. Where there's one ant, there usually will be plenty more.
How do ants talk to one another?
They use their antennae to talk to one another by rubbing them together.
This is a non-fiction story.
What is a non-fiction story?
Non-fiction means that the story is true. This story gives information and gives reasons why things happen a certain way. That is non-fiction.
Some jobs are too big for just one ant.
So ants team up to help one another.
Carpenter ants chew their tunnels inside logs.
There is yellow sawdust on the log.
Worker ants take care of the queen and her eggs and bring food to the colony.
Worker ants are important.
Ants hold on to one another's legs to make a bridge.
They can take a shortcut between tree branches.
Creatures that were once living on the forest floor now need to find other ways of getting around during the flood. The busy life of a fire ant colony has to carry on regardless. By linking legs, the worker ants create a living raft, supported by the surface tension of the water. Free now to move through the forest, these vicious stingers make the most of the flood.
Here are some questions for you to answer with a friend. What are some amazing things about ants that you liked?
Which one of these amazing things is most interesting to you? Would you agree with the idea that ants are amazing?
In what ways are ants like people?
That's all for now, kids. See you next time.
Bye for now, you awesome reader.